Good morning guys, welcome to the video. A bit of a frosty start today. Nice and cold. Anyway, shouldn't be surprised, it is November. Firstly, before we get into the action today, I just wanted to come on here and say thank you for everyone who took the time to watch my last video. It has been a really difficult week. It was nice to just get that off my chest, and it was nice to hear some of your comments as well. You know, I'm pleased I'm not the only one that's been through, you know, issues with different people and stuff. I did read through all the comments and I take a lot of stuff on board. One of the comments that stuck out the most was Nathan's from Lewis Garden Services. You know, he's a really nice guy, love him to bits. And he said on there before, I think he's mentioned on a previous one when someone else let me down, you know, you're too nice to people, you know, you treat everyone like your best friend. And I'm guilty of that, to be honest, mate. I think the thing is, I've worked in many companies as the employee in that situation. It's very easy to be in a job that you hate, you're not happy and you're not motivated. So from my point of view as a business owner, all I want to do is, I don't want to come across as being their best friend, even if I do come across as that. What I try and do is be nice to people, treat people how you want to be treated, to try and get the best out of them. Little motivations, little incentives. Here's a coffee, here's a breakfast now and then, you know, little things like that. But equally, I can see how people would see that as me being too nice, or, you know, this is maybe why people take advantage of me and take the piss. So maybe that's something I just need to rein in a little bit if I do decide to ever go down that route of getting somebody in again. At the moment, I'm probably just going to stick to working on my own. It's going to be another cold one, so let's go guys. So today we're at this big job that I've been here many a times on the video, and we're leaf clearing today. Now this is nice and clear because I've been leaf blowing already this morning, and I'm really lucky because I don't have to pick the leaves up here. I literally blow them all the way down the lawn into this little hedge. We've got a massive area, so I just blow them into the woods and they're going to rot down and compost down. So there's loads of space in here. There's enough room in here for the next couple of years worth of leaf fall, so it's really handy not having to pick all the leaves up. So I'm just going to have a quick refuel, put some more petrol in the old blower, and then we're going to go over and blow that side and clear off the drive as well. Right, that's those leaves all nice and cleared up now. I'll show you the lawn after when it's all... Actually, hang on, let me give you a little pan round. So yeah, we cleared the lawn. That's got the bulk of them up, so that's looking a bit tidy. I was saying, so now that's done, just gonna have 5 minutes, have a spot of lunch, because I'm starving. It's probably about 2 o'clock now. And whilst I'm in there, I'll fill you in on a little incident that happened this morning on the way to work. My fault entirely, but I'll explain. So the little incident that happened today was, I was on my way to work here, driving along the main road, and bear in mind it's a 30 speed limit. So the car in front of me was doing about 10 miles an hour because it was turning in. And as I was sort of stopped behind her, I looked in my little mirrors that I've got inside the van here, and this 4x4 came flying around the corner at Christ knows what speed. And I thought, it's going to hit the back of me. So I put my foot down to accelerate, just to build up like a safe gap sort of thing. And of course, as I've done that, and I've put my foot down and I've accelerated hard, I've got up to 40 mile an hour. But then, obviously looked in the mirror, realised I had a safe gap, and I've just dropped off to 30 mile an hour again. Little did I know, just up the road, hidden by the bushes, was a copper. And I mean, not the old biddies with a hairdryer, a proper police officer with a gun. And I thought, oh, crap. So anyway, I'm plodding along at 30, and then he steps out in front of me and he pulls me over and he says, is there any reason why you were doing 40? And I said, well, the lady in front of me was pulling into her drive. The car came flying around the corner, and I thought, he's going to hit the back of me. And I obviously can't afford anyone to hit the back of the van, because then if the van's written off or damaged, then that's me out of action, me out of work. So I said to the copper, I put my foot down to get a safe gap, and then I backed off and I carried on doing 30 down the road until you obviously jumped out in front of me and pulled me over. He said, unfortunately, in the eyes of the law, because the cameras clocked you doing 40 and a 30, even if you were just trying to pull a safe gap, he said, I hear what you're saying, but in the eyes of the law, you still have broke the law because you've done 40 and a 30. So he said, unfortunately, I've got to give you a ticket. He said, you might get a speed awareness course, but I don't think I will, because I had one 3 years ago, and I don't think you can have more than one in a 5-year period. I'm not sure, I could be wrong. So I'm just waiting to hear whether I get another speed awareness course, or whether I just take £100 fine and 3 points. To be honest, if it is £100 fine and 3 points, whatever, I'll just take it. You know, it was an honest mistake. I didn't mean to do it. I dropped back to 30, but equally, I hold my hands up. I did accelerate to build a safe gap, and I did go up to 40 mile an hour. So I have only got myself to blame. But yeah, I don't know. You would kind of like to think that the police would be a little bit more lenient when they can see that you've backed off and you've driven like a half a mile down the road at the speed limit. So I don't know. So it's one of them. But yeah, £100 fine and 3 points on the way to work today. So not ideal. But we'll get it paid, and we'll crack on. I mean, it hasn't sort of ruined my day or anything. I've still come in here, cracked on, and done what I've got to do, done all the leaves and everything. So, and I've got a little bit more work to do after lunch, but I thought I'd get that little story into today's video. Let me know in the comments what you think. Was I unlucky? You know, I think I was, but again, I hold my hands up. I did accelerate. I've only got myself to blame. So, but I did back off and drive to the speed limit the rest of the way, so never mind.